Alright everyone, so after looking through everything I ever done on this channel, I realized that I still haven't really done any live action movies. So guys, I figured why not start live action movies with using horror movies, because everyone loves horror movies, right? What, you don't love horror movies? Well, too bad. And since on this channel, we like using comic book, play video games, we of course have to power scale these guys. So that's why we're answering the common question that everyone always is asking, being who is the strongest horror movie villain, slasher movie villain if you want. Well, let's find out. When I was going to find out this question, it was a few characters I can already just get off the list. Guys, what a Jigsaw going to do against this supernatural horror movie villain? Put him in a devil trap? I don't think that worked. Maybe it would. That would be a pretty cool movie, I guess. But guys, also Leatherface. I don't really know how strong Leatherface really is, and I'm way too lazy to do any real research about him. I've never seen the Texas Cannibal or anything. The other massacre of Texas. I don't remember what movie it was in even. But then guys Johnny from The Shining. He's also pretty weak. He's just not human with a sledgehammer. So yeah. But I was one character I was just thinking right off the bat would be the strongest, being Freddy Krueger from A Nightmare on Elm Street. Guys, can't really judge me. This guy got the power to kill children in their sleep by dream demons. And he had the ability to haunt people in their dreams and kill them when they're sleeping. Also, in the dream world, he has full control. You can't beat him there. Even if you somehow have the ability to manipulate whatever happens in your dreams. That was an entire movie, Dream Warriors. That was an entire movie just about that. You still can't beat him. Poor guy. But anyway, also, this guy has virtually no weaknesses, so it makes it pretty hard to beat up. Unless you have holy water, or a cross, or can bury him, or don't be afraid of him, or set booby traps, or love him. Alright, fine, this guy has a lot of weaknesses, I should admit that. Maybe he's not really the strongest. Also, even if he was the strongest, you have to take into consider the MMR system. I think it's the MMR system. I'm too lazy to check that too. But with unimportant. You probably have never heard about that system. Guys, if you're an MMR fan, please correct me on that if that's not what it's known. But it's the MMR system, like how I remembered, is if person A can beat person B, and if one person beat another person, that means the person that beat him is stronger than the person he beat. And if someone beat that person again, that means he will beat both of them. So in other words, it was an entire movie known as Jason versus Freddy, where Jason wore his fight Freddy Krueger, and Jason won. So in other words, Jason Voorhees is now the strongest horror movie villain. Guys, it's 100% confirmed at this point. Seriously, he beat Freddy Krueger. Is the strongest. Seriously, it's no one else that can beat him. Unless that's things we have to consider too. Also, guys, according to Life's Biggest Question, I'm pretty sure which actually put these two guys up against each other, being Jason Voorhees, the one that beat Freddy Krueger, and Michael Myers. And then they consider that Michael Myers would win the battle. And because of the MMR system, that means that Michael Myers also beats Freddy Krueger. So that's the definitive answer, guys. Michael Myers is, by math definition and systems, the strongest horror movie villain. Thanks for me. Alright, now that everyone all the fake fans of me that don't really want to listen to my videos is gone, let's actually start looking at this. Because the MMR system is not always right. Things like battle style has also things to do with this. Also, if you've ever seen the movie, it's pretty much not really all that fair battle. The battle on Freddy's battle against Jason, guys, I'm always mixing up Jason and Michael. So please forgive me if I mixing them up in the video. But when Jason fought Freddy, if you battle started in the dream world where Freddy absolutely annihilated Jason. But then he got kind of cocky and put the battle in the real world where he was surprised about how strong Jason were. And so Jason got the upper hand. But when Freddy finally got the upper hand, two kids, a few teenagers, it's like absolutely not real nice to Freddy this time. So they end up causing the barrels to fall down, which end up on the bridge of Camp Crystal Lake. I think it was that. It's a long time since I watched any horror movies. But anyway, when they end up there, Freddy actually got the advantage with taking Jason's machete. Is it known as machete? I should really done a lot more research while doing this video, not just remember anything from the movies I have seen. But then finally took his machete and were absolutely beating the crap out of Jason. Until the kids that another time intervened the battle just to blow up the bridge. And because of that, Freddy thought that Jason was dead until he got his head chopped off by a surprise attack Jason. Guys, I hope you understand what I'm talking about right now, but that battle was not a fair fight at all. Also, Freddy didn't even die. He blinks to the watchers when at the end of the battle. So anyway, seriously, personally, I think that Freddy actually had the upper hand during that battle. Also, what? In a fair battle, how do you really think Jason can beat Freddy? Freddy is a guy that can enter people's dreams and have full control and kill them there. What can Jason do? Crush his skull? Maybe, he is, affected by bomb traps, so why not? But still, guys, if that battle was in the dream world, Freddy would absolutely destroy every single horror movie villain at all. So, yeah. Also, remember when I brought up Life's Biggest Question? Yeah, but they also made a video about Freddy Krueger versus Michael Myers, and they consider that Freddy would win that battle too, so yeah, I'm pretty sure now Freddy is the strongest horror villain. Is this just like the video when we talked about who's the strongest Disney princess? It's one person, you just have to find someone that can beat him. This is going to be a long day. But guys, you only consider 3 horror movie villains now. Have you seen all the horror movie villains? It's existing. It's so many. Take care. We have other persons that can beat Freddy. Hopefully. Well, let's go back to some of the more supernatural killers. Or more precisely, the strong supernatural killers. And now we're going to consider people like Annabelle and Samantha from The Ring and Carrie from Carrie, of course. Let's start with Annabelle. You know, that very creepy haunted doll. It always creeped me out in my nightmares. I remember that I had that sort of doll with my grandpa, and I saw the fact that it was apparently a demon doll in another movie, so I think I puked when I found that out. Let's go back to the thing we're talking about. Yeah, that haunted doll, which is apparently possessed with a demon. Kinda like Freddy when you think about it. Well, but like I always said, you should not compare other universal things to each other. But how strong is really Annabelle? Well, most of her things is mostly just pretty much creeping out people and throwing them around in rooms and things like that. Also, since she's a demon, she has most of the same weaknesses as Freddy, so it doesn't really matter. Well, let's go over to Samantha, which is apparently a ghost that haunts people and kills them if they won't send a DVD, or more precisely it's a VHS. What the hell is a VHS? Alright, apparently a VHS is this sort of box that you're apparently going to put in. Guys, how are The Ring supposed to take place in 2004? No one watches those things anymore. We have DVDs. Really, Samantha should be really stepping up her game. But also, Samantha doesn't really have any feet, unless really creeping us with that strange, misformed faces he puts everywhere. And now we have someone like Carrie, and but I think maybe she can beat Freddy. I don't know who Carrie. She basically just has all of these supernatural powers and telekinetic powers. Like, her mom is like over religious and pretty much really mean to her, and all the classmates are also mean to her. She's bullied, and guys, and I don't really know. Guys, I should probably done a little bit more research on all these characters. When I start researching these things, I just think of how little I really know about these horror movie characters. Maybe I shouldn't have made this video. Nah, guys, I'm probably not really an expert on horror movies, but I'm an expert at power scaling. And let's just look at some of her speed. Like, you can see in here, she is capable of stopping a car, like, in full speed, so that's pretty impressive. I must say, I don't really think Freddy really has any sort of those kind of feats. He mostly just fights people. But, it's kind of hard to say who will win between these two. And I think just Freddy as a whole is a very hard character to really judge who can beat him. I know that it's not real, a no-limit fallacy, like, it can't beat absolutely everyone. It's people that can beat him, even in the dream world. But guys, how do you really find that limit? Guys, if this battle was in the dream world, like Carrie versus Freddy, of course Freddy was going to win. But in the real world, Carrie would absolutely win that battle. But in the dream world, Freddy would win. This may be a bit harder than I thought, because because they have to sleep sometime, and Carrie's maybe not the most determined person ever. Like, seriously, she looks pretty broken down. Also, she's dead. She like died at the end of the movie. Wait, I just remember something. I should probably not have said that because spoilers. Oh, spoiler alert! Yeah, but really, I don't know how good it really is. She could potentially be determined enough to drag him out of the dream world, especially if he was mad at him. Then he will probably do it. And guys, I actually think that may be a way Carrie could beat Freddy. She just has to be determined enough to drag him out of the dream world. Something that I'm pretty sure she could do. Like, this girl has telekinetic abilities. Surely she can like control her dreams or something, or drag Freddy out of the dreams. And once he's out of the dream, then Carrie is just free to like kill him. So guys, I think we finally have a winner. Carrie is apparently stronger than Freddy Krueger. But can we really stop here? Is Carrie really the strongest? Now I said for someone else. Well, I was right, because after all my research, I finally found one character that I'm 100% sure can pretty much beat every character in any horror movies. And why? Because it's pretty much the horror movies itself. And that character being Pennywise the Dancing Clown. Or It. Or the Deadlights. Yeah, it goes by a lot of names, but I'm pretty sure It is the strongest horror movie villain. Let me explain. So, why do I think It is the strongest horror movie villain? Well, I guess most of you probably guessed it by now, especially the one looker I probably have. It's probably already guessed it, but guys, it's Pennywise. Yeah. Why? Well, let's just start with this origin story. This guy is an universal god. He's the interpretation of the personification and interpretation of fear itself. He is pretty much horror movies itself. And just look at this guy. He's insane. And also, you can't really feed it. Like, seriously. And the way to defeat him is with a ritual of Chud, which is kind of hard to do it, because you first have to burn a bunch of items, and you have to burn their backgrounds and their memories. You have Widow's items, and then you have to stab his heart, and you have to face his fear, and it's a bunch of things you have to do to defeat this guy. So it's a lot simpler defeating all the other characters. Like, Harry just shoot a real bullet, or Freddy just toss some holy water at him, but that's pretty, and then job is just done. But Pennywise, you can't really kill him. He's not even human. He's like superhuman. He's pretty much a god. And let's just look at his abilities now. Well, he's capable of turning into pretty much what you fear the most and make you eat and pretty much kill you. So he's kind of like a Bogart. So pretty much if Harry Potter saw him, he would pretty much just be himself, because that's pretty much the fear itself. It would be fear itself, so he would just show how he is. Also, Pennywise the Dancing Clown, that's not this clown here, that's not really it. I talk about it, not Pennywise the Dancing Clown. Pennywise the Dancing Clown is technically the same person, but we don't want to go into that either. So yeah, also I'm pretty sure it is the strongest. Like, I already proved right there, it's a god. And also just a little other thing, I just want to add up a little bit of theory to this thing right here, and this is not my theory even, I based it on like the film theory with Pennywise biggest fear. But guys, I'm just going to use that theory and pretty much just use that theory to use why Pennywise is the strongest horror movie villain. So in that video I just talked about being what Pennywise fear is, he talks about the fact that all delusion clubs probably has The Shining, you know, from that movie The Shining that I'm talking about a bit earlier. Well, anyway, so in his theory, you pretty much need to have The Shining to be able to defeat it, and I trust him. He makes pretty good theories. So if that is the thing, then you will pretty hard time beating him. So you should probably already be able to beat Carrie and Freddy and, you know, all those characters. And also, I'm just going to add a little bit more of theory to that. Because in his theory, he says that Pennywise might not even go into hibernation, like 30 years hibernation, but he might actually just go to other places and like scare people there. For example, she might be the disembodied voice that talks to Carrie, like we talked about earlier, or the man who walks behind, like in that movie when childs they kill adults that I don't remember the name of. And you know that movies. So I'm just going to take the theory so far to say that it is actually the ones that gave all these horror movie villains in powers. Because guys, really, all of those guys is pretty much just the exact same thing that Pennywise want. Just kill children and take their energy. For all we know, he might be the one's dream demon that gives Freddy his power, or the ones that give Carrie her powers. Or just the thing that make all these ghosts always appear again, or just things that give people energy. That's at least my theory. And guys, that's why I think that Pennywise the Dancing Clown, also known as It, is the most powerful horror movie villain. Thanks for me. But right before we end this video, I just want to give a big shout out to Markus Rognved. He's a very good channel, and you should really check him out. It's linked to his channel in the description below. And now, bye bye.